3 yards to go on second down.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. All right, let's take a look at the offensive starters and the second-round pick out of USC. One to talk about, Robert Woods.
I think a lot of people thought maybe he was ticking. For stardom coming out of USC, has always been a great route runner, much more of a complimentary receiver, but they could utilize that in a big way and have him open up things in the middle.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Let's go. Ryan 38.
Taylor now to throw on third down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Reggie Bush was the intended target, and it's 4th and 3.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Here we go on 4th down with Taylor. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It'll be a gain of 8 yards. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
On first down, it's Taylor. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Percy Harvin, the intended receiver there, and that'll bring up second down. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now they've got to make sure that...
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Play, it did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Murray had the 1,000-yard season in 2015, followed that up with 788 last year. Now, also in the mix in Oakland, you had Washington, you had Richard. How do you see this backfield playing out going forward?
I think you'll see a similar combination going forward. I think that's one of the reasons that he dropped from a 1,000-yard runner to 788 because they had other options. They're able to bring in Washington, Richard. They can use different plays for those guys, a lot of versatility, and really upgrade their offense with an infusion of speed. But Latavius Murray, I think he'll still continue to be the lead guy out of that trio.
So 3rd and 5, 3rd and medium here. From the gun, it's Carr. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. Finds Roberts left side. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Seth Roberts, 26 yards. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Time running out here on the play clock. Sebastian Janikowski on for the PAT.
Delay of game, offense.
Yeah, a slightly more difficult attempt here from the 20. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. Plays there on that drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And here come the Bills. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They'll throw on 1st down with Taylor. Over the middle, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fires. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player. A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. In motion right comes Harvin. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. But likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Play clock hit 0. Don't know what went wrong there, Charles, but it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Has to be some organization from the sideline. Sometimes when you're trying to decide on what play to send in, the play caller has to move a little bit faster.
Still 4th down.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on fourth. One receiver right is Watkins.
Here we go.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Taylor. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. Fourth and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there's a time to be aggressive, now is it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But fourth and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They go play action for Murray. Now Carr. This will be caught at the 2. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. And now we're going to see a timeout here called by the defense. That's their final one of this first half, but it's a good time to use it if you've got issues defensively. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Janikowski now for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Now the quarterback, Tyrod Taylor, is our focus here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Here we go!
Throwing now, Taylor on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. That incompletion, Charles, gives me a chance to put you on the clock real quick. NFC teams last year that did not make the playoffs that might make a push this coming year.
Well, 3 that come to mind right away that we thought were going to be in 2016. Minnesota, remember the start they got off to before that didn't work out so well for them. Arizona, we thought they were a lock to be in the playoffs. In fact, many of us called them Super Bowl contenders. and Carolina.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Naturally, we're going to say it was a poor pass, but the defensive guys say it was just a great play by them. They broke on the football, picked it off, and gave some momentum to their team.
Now the Bills. Defense, they make their way back out there. And with this deficit, let's be honest, it's time for them to get a stop.
And partners, you understand very well from our time together and visiting with coaches, defensive coordinators tend to be a little more emotional, a little more high-strung than others.
They are.
I have a feeling that speech came out about taking a stand and bowing up in this possession.
Yeah, that's where this word pride comes out, right?
In a big way.
Now Carr, escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Lorenzo Alexander in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
He took a hit on that last play. Now let's see how he and the offense respond on second. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. To throw his Carr. And that's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts. And that takes us from second to third down.
I remember growing up playing basketball. My coaches always talked about communicating on defense, making sure you talk on defense, know where your screens are, know where the cuts are coming from, who had things in football. Even though there's more noise out there, you can hear all the screams of screen, screen. This defense, the bench, everyone let them know what the play was, and that's why they were able to react and knock the ball away.
Throwing his Carr on third down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The big tight end, Clive Walford, the intended target, and that brings up fourth down.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Here we go. Red 18. Red 18. Mike 53. Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
The play clock's running down. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. So they tried it. Not only did they not get the first, they fumbled it away.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it went from bad to worse, but I know that everyone's going to pile in on the call and say, well, what are you doing? Why would you go for it there? I think that teams that are convinced that they feel pretty good about their game plan, what they want to get done that day, go for it. Give it a try. Hey, let's see if your defense can rescue them a little bit.
Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win.
Let's go.
What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. All right, different topic here. 2018, the Super Bowl, traveling north, far north to Minneapolis. Early predictions for that one. Who you got?
Well, you know, everyone's still waiting in the NFL for a home team to play in its home stadium, right? So could the Vikings be that team? I'll start in the NFC, and I'm going to say no. I think Seattle, starting to get near that maybe last run with their defense. Earl Thomas returns. I like Seattle coming out of the NFC. How about you?
Well, I'm actually going to take a Dallas Cowboys NFC title run. I think that they came so close this year, probably most talented going into next year.
I like that one. Well, in the AFC, I'm going to go with a team that if they improve their defense and their quarterback stays healthy, they could be that team, the Oakland Raiders.
Okay, I'm going dark horse. Cleveland Browns. Let's go.
Hey, from worst to first. One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is in running back drop.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. From the gun, it's Taylor. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
So on 4th down, the Bills call on the...
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Newton's Panthers going up against Carr's Raiders. So with kickoff approaching, let's send it over to our commentators here this afternoon, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Carolina Panthers and the Oakland Raiders. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And off we go from Oakland. Fielded about a yard deep. And with the new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Throwing on first down is Carr. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
A run, it's Murray. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Charles Johnson's stock in trade is coming off the edge and getting to the quarterback. But he knows how to make some of those subtle moves inside to help in the run game, and he did it right there.
He's an athlete back in high school, played football, basketball, track, so he's a mobile guy.
Mobile guy, made a nice play against the run.
Michael Crabtree's going to go. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Michael Crabtree, 62 yards. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it ends with an Oakland touchdown. Well, look at this. They got the 7-0 lead in the pocket, and they're going to try an onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Mario Edwards in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. To throw on second down is Newton. So this is a catch by Ted Ginn. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Third and long, it's Newton. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reggie Nelson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Well, sometimes we talk running backs. Sometimes we talk wide receivers. Walford, the tight end in this unit, very important.
Clive Walford, a terrific player. Knows how to work the inside portions of the field, but also can surprise you and get deep.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Latavius Murray, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And now it's third down. And the starting defense here for the Panthers.
It's real easy to talk about Thomas Davis coming back from multiple knee injuries, but he wants his play on the field to be the story.
Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. Shotgun now for Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. Back deep for the Panthers, Ted Ginn. This is taken around the 12. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Panthers will get it here as they take possession. Carolina getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, here's Newton. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. So the D-line's going to spread out. Newton. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what your hope is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Raiders will take possession. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Murray, the lone setback. On first down, Carr. Caught left side to Crabtree. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And for that man, Crabtree just finished his 8th NFL season. Of course, the first 6 in San Fran, last 2 with the Raiders. Barely topped the 1,000-yard mark, but he did 1,003 this season.
It's been interesting to watch the career arc of Michael Crabtree, because you remember when he came out of college, came out of Texas Tech, he was seen as a pure number 1. He was going to be a future All-Pro, but he settled in as the number 2 guy in Oakland, and I think that's been great for him, taking the pressure off of Amari Cooper and making plays himself. It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
We ready? Wide 88. Wide 88. 59.
On play action, now Carr. Looking for Crabtree. It's intercepted. Picked up by Thomas Davis. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. Just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. He's brought down that time by a couple of Raiders. Here's Newton now on second down. And this will be incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and it's third down.
But there's no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. And the inaugural carry here for Fozzie Whitaker. And he is going to lose yardage here. Losing 6 yards there to bring up 4.
The way he roared up and made that play, that tells me that he spent a lot of time in the film room analyzing what this offense does, and he saw something that convinced him he didn't have to worry about the pass. He could just go right now and make a play. I think if you're the offensive team, you better file that away a little bit. Maybe think about some play action down the road. You might catch him deep.
And this will be taken at the 13. And a nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They'll come up now with a clock showing 3 seconds to go here in the first. Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. It's caught by Clive Walford. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 1 quarter down. 7-0 is our score. And we're back to Oakland after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Head & Shoulders. Shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a first down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Carr now on first down. Finds Roberts left side. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. From midfield, here's Carr. This one caught left side by Cooper. At 5 yards on the play there, it's a drive will continue.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On first down, Carr. He's got time. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
So the D gets the sack on first, and now it brings up second down. Shotgun now for Carr. It's caught by Roberts. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people want to put a little contact on it. Really well done. 3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. Throwing his Carr on third down. Looking for Crabtree, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
To throw on second down is Newton. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. So here we go, a third down after the second down pass completion. They'll try and run it. Here's Stewart. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
They come up in an offset eye. On first, Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. Look at the big man rumble. And the Raiders pick it up. 20, 10, 5. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. Janikowski on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Carolina getting set to take the field. Now following the interception, here's Newton. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. They go play action here on first down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there, and that'll bring up second down. Second down here after the incomplete pass. On 2nd and 10, new blitz coming, and down he goes. Bruce Irvin in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
And on 2nd and goal, they decide to throw it again, and this result is even worse. They take a sack. On first down, it was simply an incomplete pass. Not a good first 2 plays, beginning with 1st and goal.
Way back at the 17 now after the loss. It's 3rd and goal. Third and long, it's Newton. Looking for Ginn, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Perry Riley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Carrying one deep for Crabtree. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Michael Crabtree, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Carr going to throw. Finds Roberts left side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And they're going to speed things up here. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Ordinarily, an offense feels really comfortable with that route. Just pick up the first down. Just get past the sticks on a quick little hitch. But in this case, how about the defense?
And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Marquette King now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now it's Ginn. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. And heading out for another drive, the Raiders defense. And the interception the last time, their 3rd takeaway of the game, Charles.
They're just flocking to the football so well. And not only are they doing that, they're making big-time plays and taking it away from them. Big hits, big plays.
Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Here's Newton. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Here's Newton. Serving, and down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. They'll keep the offense out to go for it on fourth. They are going to go for it. It's Newton. Flush to his right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on fourth and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the safety, Kurt Coleman. All right, hang on here. We'll jump over halftime. Just let the system and graphics catch up. Okay, all set. Third quarter now. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Stewart is the lone setback. Now a play fake here on first down. Benjamin with it over the middle. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. On first down, Newton. And Olsen over the middle. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 13 yards there on the pickup. And that leads to a Carolina first down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Newton on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
You can feel the anguish all the way up here. It certainly looked like he had that one in the end zone, open, unable to hold on to it.
Back to the air, Newton on second down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So here we go now, an extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Newton now to throw. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Throwing is Newton. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg Olsen from 17 yards out. And the Panthers have got it back to a one-score game. Graham Gano on for the extra point.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed, way harder to cover than before.
And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
Murray looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain, and it's second down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way in.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And his guys will set up shot.
gets in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, is going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Following the fumble recovery, Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Khalil Mack in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And quickly, they get to the line. To throw on second down is Newton. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. A very solid gain of 27. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now Newton on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot. Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. Throwing on third down, Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. From the red zone now, Newton. He'll hit Whitaker in the flat. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It'll be a gain of 4, and it's a second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. They'll run the option left. He may try and run for this. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Cam Newton with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
So that drive goes 8 plays, and Cam able to take it himself in for the score. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. K1 Short in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
back now in the East Bay. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the fourth quarter. On second down, here's Carr. Caught left side to Crabtree. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. That one goes for 36 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
On first down, Murray fighting through, and down inside the 15 he goes. Give them 11 on the game there, and it'll give the Raiders a first down.
And that's the way to start a drive, and that's the way to continue a drive. Back-to-back, nice chunk plays. And if you're the offensive coordinator in your chess match with the defensive guy, you're thinking maybe you put him in a spot where he's got to load up against the run, because that last one was a really nice play. What are you going to do now? Do you go ahead and play into it, continue to run the ball, play action, try and hit him over the top? You've got to feel like you have the advantage. The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he's brought down. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Challenged the play, it did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case,
and he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Derek Carr, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
Instead of having to play follow the leader there, the leader led.
I like that. And he likes that, doesn't he? First and goal, let me do the job.
Because you know when he falls into the end zone after falling behind those big guys who pushed up front, that's a pretty good celebration, isn't it?
Gives him a little street cred in the locker room, too, doesn't it?
Street cred, and then when they go out to dinner afterwards, he's still picking up the check.
On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
They come up in an offset eye. On 2nd and 10, Newton. And his pass incomplete. The intended target that time was Jonathan Stewart. And that'll make it 3rd down.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football. But today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
Here's Newton. buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken in at the 22. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out come the Raiders. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Ah, yes, that's today's NFL defensive tackle. Not just a space eater anymore. A guy with agility, movement skills, who can rush the passer and make plays in the offensive backfield.
Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense. One receiver to the left is Cooper. Throwing now is Carr. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Murray, the lone setback. They go play action here on 1st down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. I'm surprised with the lead in a one-score game this late, they're even putting the ball in the air in that situation.
Almost makes me feel like the head coach might be second-guessing himself by not clicking on and saying, all we're doing is running it here. But give credit to the guys on defense. They made a play that they absolutely had to have to give themselves a chance to be in this game.
They'll start the drive with a run by Stewart. And he'll get this across the 40 and up to about the 42-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And now they're in the hurry-up. He's back to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And it's 3rd down.
The out route's such a timing route that sometimes the guy throwing the ball just throws it almost blindly, just kind of counts on that timing winning. And in this case, the ball was batted away.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Back to throw. And Ginn's got it. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. Fresh set of downs here. the option going right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And now here come the Raiders. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all.
The Panthers are going to take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Hey, boys, we got four down. All right, here we go. Red 18. Red 18.
Now Carr with a give to Murray. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Second down, 8. They come out here in the I. Carr going to look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
All right, here we go. Wide 88.
Back to throw. Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders are winners here as we say so long from Oakland.